Ready. Dr. Smiley
Recording
is
in
here, Dr.
progress.
Derek. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, greetings, and welcome to each and every one of us who is currently here. Wow, where are we? We are in on passive. Dream team. Oopsie. Deep dive. Dr. Betty is laughing at me. We are on Deep Dive, and today is Thursday, November 14, 2024. We are officially starting our webinar, and this is the Deep Dive Forum. And we're starting with a lovely signature tune, and that was composed and sung to us by one of our global ambassadors, Lorato Shadare. And Dr. Derek has a unique way of sharing that in any platform that he has the opportunity to. So please, let's have an open mind as we watch him and listen to our sister Lorato Shadare sing In It to Win It. Over to you, Dr. Derek, and thank you.
Your next stop is on passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. That was very self-explanatory. I do not need to re-paraphrase what we saw there, but just briefly, that was the launch of all the various functions that OnPassive participated with, the launching and everything else, including the launch of OConnect and all the various webinars that our platforms, the sister forums, have been able to have over the last couple of years. And that is going along as we're listening to In It to Win It by our sister. How awesome is that? Boy, thank you. Thanks, Dr. Derek. Very much appreciate that. Okay, so that was the opening tune for our webinar, and we're moving forward to the mindset. And we have a unique individual who has been with us here on this platform and other on passive platforms for quite some time. She's none other than our Queen Sister JW, and she has a very unique topic about health and how to never get sick. She's been educating us on this for a very long time. And today we're listening to her speak to us about this topic for the 17th time. Queen JW is a wonderful Onpassivian and an inspirational speaker, a mom, a grandmom, and most importantly, part of this platform. We appreciate you, Queen JW, and we're looking forward to hearing what you have to share with us today. The microphone is yours, Queen JW. I saw her in the house.
Good
right?
evening, good evening to everyone. I have a little hectic even here this evening. Oh my gosh, but God is good and forever faithful. That's all I can say. How y'all doing this evening? I know y'all ain't see my face.
Awesome, we're doing great. Good to hear your voice. That's what
But
matters.
don't be alarmed. I'm a hot mess this evening. But I'm here, y'all. Woo. I'm chilling. Well, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for that introduction. Thank you for that amazing tune by Queen Larata. That is so amazing, so amazing. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for allowing us to be on, part of this amazing platform. It's such a blessing. Thank you so much. And, we got to be so grateful to our leaders, that consistently show up, consistently always there for us to uplift us, to empower us. So we are very grateful, and most of all to Mr. Ash Mafara for bringing us along on this amazing journey of OnPassive, and our Heavenly Father that makes it all possible. So we have so much to be grateful for. So it's amazing. So thanks for allowing me to speak on this platform. Thanks for even having me to even listen, But tonight, yes, we're going to continue on how to never get sick again. And we're going to be focusing on how we can neutralize the electromagnetic chiles that surround us, that we are every day we are bombarded with it. As a matter of fact, some of it we have, most of it we don't even have control of, to tell you the truth, So I will be sharing a variety of ways we can reduce and neutralize and possibly eliminate our exposure to electronic, thank you, Amaya, electronic exposure to electromagnetic frequencies that we are surrounded by daily. Now, some of these electromagnetic channels we will not be able to eliminate totally. And why I say that, because a lot of them we don't even have control of, you know, but we can do our best. Don't make me laugh, y'all. But we can do our best to minimize the ones that we can. For example, microwaves can be replaced by a toaster oven instead of using a microwave that kills the nutrients, that has unhealthy frequencies that destroy the nutrients in our food. So when we're eating the food and think you're eating dead food, you're eating toxic food. So microwaves is something that we have control of, that we can eliminate, and lots more that we probably can. And if not, how we can protect ourselves. That's the most important thing. Okay, so I know for sure that we cannot eliminate electromagnetic channels, but we can reduce the exposure and learn ways to neutralize them. And here is just a few of the devices that gives off unhealthy frequencies. Cell phones. Well, we need it, right? Because we threw our house phones away. So when we threw this house phones and we went along with the masses, and we didn't say this, or we didn't, no, it's okay. And we didn't say anything, they had a good opportunity to come with full force. Even during the COVID, they were talking about the 5G and how it was destroying this and all that. They talked before that about cell phones causing brain cancer, but that went under the carpet. It was shoot, and it went away, because this is a big money thing. Cell phones cost all the way from $2,000 to $2,000 for a cell phone. When we was getting house phones, even though they also had unhealthy frequencies. But now we're totally
Reynolds here from
bombarded
Mint Mobile. Now you
every corner of this earth with unhealthy frequencies, and that causes problems with our health, even if we might not think so. Okay, but we won't know so until we become unhealthy, and then they try to do all kind of tests. Even to the very end, they will run a test on you, just to make that last drop of money, because they know where you're going already before you know where you're going. Okay, so here just a few. I mentioned cell phones. There's laptops, microwaves, of course, and high definition TVs, for etc. And remember, it's all about the profit, and it's not about the consumers. It's not about me and you. And we got to get that in our, we got to get that. We got to, just like we wash our hands. I heard a psychologist said one time, we got to wash our brain just like we wash our hands, because we were brainwashed, and we are being brainwashed. It doesn't stop. It's just like, we got this. And they don't want to let it go. The pockets are so heavy, so filled, with profit. They can see their legacy. They could see more than we can see. We trying to get where they're at in a good way, but they get where they're going in a bad way. And people's life is at stake. So number one, not really number one, but getting something to neutralize the electromagnetic channels. We are bombarded by electromagnetic magnetic energy from hundreds of sources, including satellites, high tension power lines, global positioning systems in our cars. We think it's all cool. The car can talk, the doors can open, and all this good stuff. Convenience kill. It's good and it's bad. Like our Heavenly Father stated from the beginning, the one who knows it all, who done it all, know that these things will not be healthy for us. I got another spokeswoman, it looks like. All right. So wireless devices, remote controls, etc. And the list goes on and on. It doesn't stop there. but there are EMF stickers, there's pendants, there's mats, there's e-links, there's bracelets, there's necklace and meters that can neutralize these negative frequencies that causes illness and disease. These items are inexpensive and effective in neutralizing electromagnetic trials. Okay, so let us protect ourselves with what is made available for us to do so. Okay, because those things would not exist if there wasn't a problem. Okay, so somebody know if there is a problem. So why would the things exist for you to neutralize these frequencies? And then we go on, use electronic and wireless devices less. I know it's hard. The most negative effects of electromagnetic energy come from wireless devices such as our cell phones. Okay, electromagnetic energies, laptop, computers, high definition TVs. I've called those before, named them. I know it's impossible to eliminate, but since we know they are powerful adverse effects, then the choice is yours. The choice is mine. You know, all we can do is do our best to eliminate as much. There's protective devices or stickers you could put on your cell phones to protect yourself. You know, and sometimes I remember knowing this for quite some time myself. I can't say I wasn't aware of it, but I didn't follow through, you know, because I wasn't one for cell phones at the time. I was more a home phone girl, you know, but eventually I had to get a cell phone. Anyway, you can reduce your TV time. You think the TV is healthy, the TV is just as bad, and it just didn't get bad today, it just got worse. It was started that a high definition television produces such a powerful negative electromagnetic energy that when turned on could wipe out an entire computer network. Also, the images on the television are negative, that's stress evoking. Okay, the number one reason Mr. Kevin believed we should avoid television is the drug ads. And I have to agree with him because, you know, when I was looking at TV, and I said, well, where all these ads are coming from? And then it's just about medication. And people are so happy and smiling. You hear me? I remember when it used to be Campbell's Soup and all those other nice little things. Tony the Tiger, but with the frosted flakes. But now it's just medication. And even though when you think you're not being brainwashed or pulled in or affected by those ads, yes, you are. Because I know what it's all about, it wouldn't affect me. But when some people don't know what it's all about and say, well, that must be good. You know, next time I go on my doctor visit, I'm going to ask my doctor for that. Because look at them. They look like they're feeling good and they doing good. So you're easily taken in. It's just like years ago when they used to advertise all the cigarettes on TV, but it was banned. And so you don't see them advertising that anymore. You can get the Salem out of country, but you can't get the country out of Salem. All those things. And I know some of you remember those commercials. But now the commercial is about drugs. Getting people to believe that the drug is better than what the word that God said in his word. The herbs is for the healing of the nation. Why are we allowing ourselves to be brainwashed? Why are we allowing ourselves to be guinea pigs? Just like you get sick, there's a way to fix it. And God wouldn't have put us on this earth if he didn't have the antidote. There's an antidote for everything. Even those who work in the lab and causing all kind of havoc, they have an antidote if things go wrong. We've seen enough movies with Frankenstein and all of those other crazy science movies that they showed back in the day. So let's not get lost in the sauce. It's a dangerous sauce. Okay? So when you watch these ads, we are allowing ourselves to be brainwashed into believing drugs are the answer. And some people really do think that the drugs are the answer. Now, get a magnetic mattress pad. And you would probably say, what I need that for? You know what? I'm not sure, but every house, even the house you live in, is grounded. And if they have to ground the house, don't you think we need to be grounded too? We need to be grounded too. Outside my house, I see my father has a wire that runs from inside the house into the earth through a wire, a metal pipe. And anytime I see it, when I cut the grass and it comes out, I'm hurry up and put it back in because I know my dad said that's to keep the house grounded, the electrical field, the magnetic field, keep it grounded. So we need to be grounded too. But you know what? Nobody don't tell us those things. Do you think your doctor going to tell you? It might be some. I can't say for all, because there's good and bad in everything. But sleeping on a magnetic mattress pad filled with magnets which will stimulate energy to flow through the body as nature intended. It has been known to alleviate pain, slow the aging process, and all of us want to always look young, right? So that's a good thing. Because for Abraham and all those people before us, our ancestors, they lived long and they look good and they were strong. But what happened to we fallen before we even get 100? Some of us before 50. And don't talk about those that's gone already. You know what I mean? So it's all up to us. It's we who got to make the choices. We who got to stand strong. It has okay. It increases energy and it helps to alkaline the body. It was stated that the Earth had a magnetic level called the cos and of 4.0. But today the Earth cos is 0.4. So invest in a good magnetic mattress pad and get yourself grounded. Okay? Next, use a magnetic finger and toe ring. And sometimes we see people with those things on, and we're probably wondering, okay, it's cool, not really paying attention. But wearing a magnetic finger or toe ring has health benefits that seems unbelievable. The rings are worn on the little finger of each hand, and if you want more benefits, you can wear the toe brace on each foot. These are worn when we are ready to go to sleep. These devices appear to reverse the aging process and people tend to feel and look younger. Stay away from electric tumble dryers. People will say, well, how am I going to dry my clothes? We came a long way. And sometimes we feel so grateful because we have came a long way. We got tumble dryers. We don't have to go out to the line and hang up the clothes and run back and forth and get them and fold them and put them away. But I tell you the truth. And I wouldn't have known it if I didn't have the opportunity to live in St. Martin. And let me tell you, I got 3 buckets. You hear me? And a washing machine. Not even an automatic machine. Okay, so I'm doing hard labor. But let me tell you, my clothes are cleaner. And then I take them to the line, and less than an hour, my clothes is already dry. I fold them outside, and I put them, and I don't have a problem. But when you wash here in these automatic machines, number one, you waste water. Sometimes the clothes is still not clean. Okay, you have to do a second wash at times. Or the liquid you're using, the soap, they're fully toxic, so they're not even attacking the dirt. They keep in the dirt. And then the tumbler, when you put it in the dryer seals everything. It seals stains. It seals the dirt that never got out of the clothes in the first place, so they're looking dingy. So you're not saving on clothes either. Well, let me tell you, these devices produce massive amounts of positive ions, and positive ions suppress the immune system. It causes allergies, fatigue, depression, anxiety, and lots more. A positive ion refers to an ion that is formed by the loss of one or more electrons, resulting in a net positive charge. So this definition was an AI-generated definition based on an Encyclopedia of Analytical Science, second edition in 2005. So the clothes that comes out of the dryer, you think they are any better? They look clean, oh, they dry, they smell great, but they are also charged with these ions that have a negative effect on our emotions and physiology. So we would probably feel better wearing clothes that was line dried in the fresh air. You can't beat that. That's the best dryer in the world, I could tell you that. You know, you can even hang it in your home, you know, make a little area. You pay so much money for your mortgage, why not? It's your home. I remember in New York when I couldn't hang it outside on the line because I used to, they had the lines that could roll from one end to the other end. I used to hang my clothes out there. And when I couldn't hang them, I made a line inside my house in the corridor. Thank you, baby. In the corridor. And let me tell you, I hang my clothes there. My sister used to come and say, well, Jackie, why don't how did it look so? I didn't care how it looked. I was worried about getting my clothes dry, you know? So these are things like in the summertime, you know, you can invest. Yeah, I'm going to read it. You could invest into that and invest into a clothesline, and then you can do that. Then you can add living plants in your home, you know? That's really beautiful. And especially the ones that you know that cleans the air and oxygenate your the space for you. You know, God made everything that we need, you know, but sometimes we people so ungrateful or ungrateful. We just want more, you know, or we just want people put fake plants because they don't want to water them or they say they can't grow a plant. But what is that plastic plant doing for you? Just looking beautiful? That's about it. And they cost so much. You know, I went to the store to price them. I was like, oh my God, 100 and change for a plastic rubber plant. We have really gone far. Anyway, a real living plant add oxygen to the air. It balanced the energy in the space. It produced life enhancing negative ions and very beneficial to our health as human beings. So let's fill our home with plants and enjoy those life enhancing negative ions. Wear white. White, wear white. White is pure, white is energy. You know, do we realize how powerful how colors are to our very well being? The fact is that colors, the fact is that colors affect energy. So the closer we get to white, the more positive energy we bring into our energetic field. This might not happen in our everyday situation, but when we get home, let's have some white or light colored clothing to make us feel good. Okay? I remember, you know, sometimes going to work and it's a rainy day. Let me tell you, I will put on my bright orange scrubs and I will go trotting my little butt to work, you know, and I had to walk to work, so that was even better. So I feel so good. And people will look at me and wonder, is that girl okay? You know, because she's happy, she's full of energy, and it's rainy and it's cloudy. You know how rain can make you feel sometimes so down or depressed because it's gloomy outside. We're part of the universe, you know, so we're going to get affected in some way, but we can do the opposite. We can brighten our day ourselves. You know, we are in control. We give it away so easily. And last, use Feng Shui in your home and office. And this is basically an Asian Oriental method of just arranging things which allows energy to flow better, reducing stress, increasing prosperity, and generating vibrant health. I thank you all so much for y'all listening here. And it's just a pleasure to bring this information because a lot of these things we don't know. And that's why I'm bringing them to you because there's a lot of things we don't know. We have truly been brainwashed. And then we have become so comfortable with all the things that are negative. You know, our Heavenly Father said in His Word, we won't be able to tell the truth from a lie. It is the truth. We can't even recognize it now when somebody telling us a lie or they're telling us the truth. And we've been lied through all our lives. Even our ancestors been lied to. They were lied to first. So ain't nothing new under this sun. You hear me? So these things I share with you is for your knowledge. Because like Dr. Doris stated, that knowledge is power. And it truly is, because it helps us to make powerful decisions. It helps us to make changes in our lives. You know, you don't have to do everything drastically, but you know. And like I don't know if the good book say it, but it said if you know better, you do better. It don't have to happen all at once, but you take small steps because your health. If you want to be around, not only for these dollars or apples, whatever you want to call it, but just to be around to enjoy life. Because after working 40 and 50 years for your company and you never really did anything for yourself, you're going to want to do something. So I thank all of you. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I love all of you. And I hope this information, you can use it or share it, like Dr. Doris said, with someone that may need it or someone you know that don't know. Because we're dying immature deaths. Because we don't know how to protect ourselves in the earth, in the universe that God has created for each and every one of us. And He has given us everything. And yet we act like we're defeated. We're wounded. We're not. We're soldiers in God's army. And let's act like that. And let's do what we need to do to help and prolong our lives that He has given unto us so freely. Okay, so thanks again. Thank you, Queen Debbie. Thank you, Dr. Derek. And thank you to all the Unpassive family always showing up and supporting us. Thanks.
Wow. Queen JW, thank you so much.
You're
That
welcome.
was an amazing, awesome, outstanding presentation about our health. And I know you need to go. I see you have a lot of little ones there popping out left and right and saluting us. And we salute them because we know they are a part of this family. You should
Yeah.
not feel ashamed having them. It's a pleasure
No.
having grandchildren and having people around you. I see them of different ages, the male, the female, the younger ones, the older ones, between the ages of 8 and 10, they're all there. That's okay.
Yeah.
Remember from the beginning, what did I say? You are a mom
Oh my God.
and a grandmom. Okay.
Mhm.
So it is a pleasure. It's okay. It's all right. So they are on perseverance as well. So it's okay if they're curious, curiosity, as we say.
Okay.
All right. So uh your presentation
Okay.
was awesome, Queen JW. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. You're welcome so much, Queen Debbie. It's really a pleasure. Just
Yeah,
doing what
I
God
know
wants
you
me to
have
do.
to go. If you can pause, you can if you need to get your camera off because you feel distracted, it's okay. It's up to you. We are very comfortable with whatever you can handle. But I just want to appreciate you. And I have a quick question before we move on. Do you realize that when you share a lot of things electronically and also about before getting to the natural plants. You know, with the electronic aspect of it, it's not by choice. It depends on your geographic location. And not everyone is able and capable to to hand wash clothes and dry them on the sun because in the winter, depending on where you are, sun is not available. So we just have to find ways to live with those. That's my thinking, but I'm not saying it's the best. But depending on your geographic location, you have to find means on how to deal with it. And with the natural plants, it's also very delicate and complicated. From personal experience, I have plants in the summer. I grow a lot of things depending on where I am and for how long. I always have a garden. But if I'm in Chicago in the summer, yes, I grow. But when I bring them in the winter, everything dies. It's not because I don't want them to leave, it's the change in weather and nature. So I have to deal with that. So, what would you say to people who do not have access to sun 24/7, 12 months a year, in how to handle the laundry, how to handle plants, and how to deal with all the electronic things? Because yes, sometimes you can cook your food outside, but in certain parts of the world you cannot
Okay.
do that. So, what advice will you give to people who feel like they are enclosed
Mm.
due to the natural weather conditions? How can they handle those changes?
Well, there are plants that requires not minimum sunlight, that doesn't need a lot of sunlight. So you will always try to choose the plants that is best for your environment. Okay. And as far as the clothes business, yes, you don't have to wash your clothes on hand. You can use it, you can use the machine, you can still use an automatic machine, but what you can do is you can get an indoor dryer according for indoor dryer. That way you can hang the clothes. It might take a little longer. You can position them towards the sun in the house if you choose to, or you can put on a fan. I know that can cost electricity, but you can do that also. It's just for you to be aware. Some of us won't be able to make those changes. When I'm here in the States, I can't make those changes. My daughter dryer broke down, so I went out and bought the little dryer that I could manually hang the clothes on to dry and put them outside on the sun. That's what I did. But my daughter would never have done that. She would go down by her in-law and use the dryer. But it's just that I think we got to go back from where we came from. Sometimes we lose our way. We got to go back from where our parents, because anything happened in this world, and you can see from COVID, we went a little way back. And people was like, oh my God, I can't wait for the world to get better again, to get back to normal. But you don't know what is normal. What is normal? We got to ask ourselves sometimes, what is normal? We have gone a long way off. Life is truly simple, like our CEO say. He sticks to simplicity. And that what keeps the stress level down. That what keeps you focused. And that's what keeps you grounded. So in whatever which way you can make life better for yourself, that's what you do. Because there is what might be good for one person might not be good for the next person. And it's okay, because God knows it. So he will help them in any area that they need help. He will help us. I have the privilege of in St. Martin, and tell you the truth, I can't wait to get home. My skin is better there. Just life is just totally different. But if you never experience it, you will never know it. I would never have known it if I didn't get the opportunity through my dad. Not even through myself. It was through my father. I get to experience this, and I long to get back to get in my garden, to walk in it with my feet without shoes in the dirt. That's people pay. I have work in clinics where people are paid, come and pay to walk barefooted on soil or be rubbed down with mud. People pay money for that. So it's our choice. It's whatever you can do to live a healthier life. It's your choice to do it. If you don't want to do it, it's okay too. But remember, everything has consequences.
Thank you so much, Queen JW. Appreciate that. Yes, we have to deal with issues depending on our geographic location and our affordability as well. And yes,
Yep.
I did hear you about the walking around. I was in Malaysia, Singapore this morning. Where's Kumaran? He's here. He was a presenter and he talked about grounding. I don't know if any of you knows about grounding. That's where you're required to walk bare feet on the soil or on sand. But if you walk bare feet on a paved surface, it does not help. So I understand what you're saying. I've learned a lot from our webinars. But anyway, I don't want to monopolize this. I want to open this for questions or comments for Queen JW on her presentation on how to never get sick. And we know that this is a series of presentations that she's done for the last couple of months. So I'll pause here. If anyone has any comment or question for Queen JW on the presentation, please proceed. Dr. Benny, you can start, please. Open the doors.
Jesus. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie McCormick, for giving me this opportunity. I am honored to be here this evening. I want to welcome each and everyone. I want to thank you all for coming. Reason for me thanking you all is because there are a lot of webinars out there, but you decided that, hey, you want to come and see Queen JW, Queen Dr. Doris, Queen Lilyland. You know how Dr. Doris always say, oh, Queen Lilyland, you know, and our King, Mr. Carlton. Queen JW, thank you so much. But before I proceed, I want to seriously thank our Heavenly Father for bringing each and everyone this evening, this morning, this afternoon. It all depends upon your location, right? You guys do know that, to tell the truth, a lot of people just left the war today. But God allowed you all of us to be here this evening, some of us. I want to also thank Him for the air that you and I were breathing, because we're not paying for it. I don't know if people understand. The air that you are breathing, if you don't breathe, you're gone. But you are breathing at this moment because He wants you to. And we should really thank Him for that. As well as we want to thank Him for bringing an important person. I always say that, right? An important individual to you and I. And this particular individual, if it wasn't for him, you and I would not be here as well. And his name is Mr. Ash Mofare. He is someone who stated that either I do or I die. He is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. That is this man's goal. No matter what is going on, he is a fighter. He will do what it takes, because he noticed that things are happening out there. He loves humans. He doesn't want anyone to suffer. And because he accepted the callings of our Heavenly Father, he said he will do it. You know, sometimes I ask, why him? He is not, the reason, the way I look at it, and because of the way he talks, he doesn't care about anything. He is very strong, and he just know that he can do it for us. So when you guys have the time, let's pray for him and his entire family and his newest tech team. We want God to guide and protect all of them, provide them with knowledge and wisdom. Let them prepare and develop all our products. The products that they will sell, when you know that when the products have been sold, that is when you and I start making the dollars. Queen JW, extraordinary mindset. The reason of your mindset is because a lot of people don't really know what is going on. And we have to continue to learn to take good care of our health. People don't understand that. If you don't take care of your health, how are you going to enjoy these dollars when the money start coming? People don't understand. But I want to really thank you for this knowledge that you're instilling into us. We appreciate you. And we are praying that you will come back again next week with something, a different topic. Health is important. We have to protect ourselves. We have to eat the best food. I know you keep talking. Well, a lot of us use microwave, right? And I know that it is not good. But that is why a lot of us are not dead yet. We're not dead. We're still alive. So well, I'm not dead because I'm still using microwave. Sometimes, it's faster. But I'm going to learn, in JW, that one day I will stop using the microwave. Thank you. I really appreciate your love for us. Thank you again for coming. And thank you for this amazing mindset.
Thank you, my lady. Thank you, my queen. Thank you. Next week is going to be about stress. It ain't done yet, girl.
Awesome. We're looking forward to that. Awesome.
Yes.
Thanks for the heads up. Thank
Yes,
you, Dr.
indeed.
Penny. Very much
Thank you.
appreciate your observations. Anyone else? I didn't see.
Yeah. Is
Okay.
anyone on board?
Dr. Doris has something to say. Can you believe it? Hey, see, Dr. Doris, our queen.
Greetings to you all, and thank you, Dr. Queen JW. Actually, with the devices around us, it's so dangerous where we are in, so we need a protector. I have a sticker, so look for the sticker, anti-radiation sticker. It's all over. You can get one on your phone, laptop, on your television. I have them all around in my phone, and so on and so forth. So it protects in a way. And moreover, the radiation can lower your immune system very, very much. The men who put their phone in their pockets are at the risk of prostate cancer. Yes. So let's take it seriously. You have to get a protector to cover your phone. You don't need to put on your vibration and put your phone on your ear. Always put it on the loudspeaker and listen. Use your left hand to take calls. They all count. It helps. So let's take off this simple things about radiation. It lowers immune system. In fact, before somebody gets sick, which is serious, know that it has been in your system for the past 20 years. It doesn't start today. Yes, let's take note. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Doris. Appreciate you piggybacking and really let us understand how dangerous the radiation is. I mean, just think of it when you go to get a X-ray. You ever see them putting the gown on, and you see them going behind the door to protect themselves, or you see the elderly ladies wearing the little radiation gadget on their coats because it tells them how much radiation they are up against daily. But since they don't have to have children, it's okay for them to actually be in the radiated room, but people like us, not us, but not me anyway, younger folks that's still in childbearing, they're not supposed to be in that kind of environment. And like she said, putting the phone in your pocket, letting your kids put the laptops or their little iPads on their laps can cause already messing with their reproductive system from in childhood. And then later on, you're wondering, well, I can't have kids. What is wrong with me? And you go through all this tests and spending all this money when you yourself have destroyed yourself. These are self-inflicted things that we're doing. I mean, we can't control the ones from the satellite and all the stuff that man is doing himself, but what the little ones we can to protect ourselves in our home, like Dr. Doris said, she has them all over her home because she took heed. Let's take heed too and protect ourselves and our families. Now, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for your kids. Children are walking around with cell phones, all in their pockets, ladies putting it all in their breasts, in the back of their pockets, walking with them because they don't know. And what we know, we pass on to so we can teach each other and we can help each other. So thanks again, Dr. Doc.
Thank you so much, ladies. Appreciate it. Queen Rosanna, and then we move forward. Queen Rosanna, please.
Yes. Good evening. Is in your country, and this is Rosanna once again. And JW, thank you for bringing memories. That's how we live, JW. We think we were coming to this country for a better life, but about your health, is it better? We don't know. However, we already planned it. Dr. Derek and the Jamaican team, we're going back to our country. We're going to walk barefooted on our ground and our soil. We are going to breathe in the fresh air in the mountains and the oceans. Okay, we plan it already. We're going to be washing with our hands again and drying our clothes in the wind. Okay, so we are all preparing when this comes. We're not going to be into this country anymore. We'll be away in Jamaica to get the nice, fresh air, the nice spring water. I don't know if you guys know about spring water. Was all what we grew up on, but then we leave our nice, beautiful country to come to this one because we were looking and hoping for a better life. But yes, you might get a better life, but not a better health, okay? And health is wealth. So let's get back to our foundation. All right? Have a good one. Thank you for the reminder, JW. Very, very impressive. Very, very, fundamental right now. All right.
Thank you so much, Queen Rosanna. And you're so right. A lot of us came, but the pilgrim days are over. It's no more pilgrim days. It's survival. So let's.
Thank you, Queen Rosanna. Thank you, Brother Kumaran.
Thank you, Sister Debbie. Queen Jacqueline, amazing, wonderful sharing. I always come here to learn a lot of things from you. God bless you. And Dr. Doris, you are talking about the water last week, about the saliva. You remember? Saliva, night you clean your mouth before you sleep, and the next day morning. I know about. I do not know about that. It's a wonderful sharing. And Queen JW, you're going to share about the stress. just now, Dr. Doris sharing about the, remember for the man, they put the handphone on the pocket and the cancer, prostate cancer. Actually, we have a solution. You just to go and kiss your girlfriend or your wife, the immune system automatically can balance. But now, there's not happening like those days. They're having their stress. So that's one of the problems. Right? Am I right? So we see you next week on the stress management. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Brother Kumaran, and thank you, Queen JW. We're going to move on now. We're moving on to our next topic for the night, which is about water. And our lovely sister here has been talking about this topic for the last 4 weeks. And we know that she's passionate about it. We know who she is. She is a naturopathic specialist, and she relocated from Winnipeg, Ghana to Atlanta. So she's here to share with us what she's been sharing for the last couple of weeks. So please, let's welcome our sister, Dr. Doris. Over to you, sis. Thank you once more, and welcome, Queen Doris.
Thank you, Queen Debbie, all the queens and kings on the call. I greet you. Good evening, afternoon, morning, according to your location. I'm so grateful to God Almighty for extending our lives up to this time and that of our families. We are grateful for how far He has brought us, especially we thank Him for our friend and CEO, Mr. Ash Mufari, for bringing on board Passive for us to meet here. It's through Passive and Mr. Ash. I give thanks to God for his life and to his family, and the technical team for the great work they are doing to uplift humanity. All of this is part of his project, Oblitz, and so on. So I'm here this evening, as mentioned, and I want to salute my Ghana team and my boss, my great leader in Ghana, Mr. Gilbert Bauer, the one who introduced Passive to me, Mr. Adams. I greet you all. I greet everyone on the call. I'm so grateful. And the organizers of this team, the project, this platform, Deep Dive, Dr. Derek, and all of you, I salute you. All protocols observed. Thank you. We are continuing with the water project. We say water is life. So we need to learn or to change how we treat our water and how we drink water. Because water is life. Nothing can be compared to water. No fruit juice, no teas, nothing, even coconut cannot replace water. Early morning water without basin, best before you drink any drink, like maybe warm water with lemon or any other tea. First thing should be water. No coffee first. No, no, no. Yes, we spoke about the coffee man who died suddenly. You're dehydrated. Most people have been sick. They did so many tests, and it's because they have been dehydrated. They don't drink enough appropriate amount of water. So water is life. Anyone who is hydrated, maybe dysentery, maybe vomiting, will have fever, the first thing In the hospital, they give is drip, which is water. So let's take note of our drinking water to be alkaline base. We have to test. I show the test. People ordered it and tested their water. So if you haven't tested your water, you have heard it today, that look for the tester, pH tester, and test the water that you use frequently. The one you use to bath, the drink, and know the right one to use. Yes. This evening we are continuing and ending with it. Water topic is very broad. Very, very broad. But I will end it here today. So we are continuing. And my question to all of us, I have 3 questions here. Do you know that 3.3 million people died annually because of water-related diseases? This from World Health Organization, WHO. Do you also know that 844 million people lack access to good drinking water? And the third question is, do you also know that 2.3 billion people lack access to basic sanitation? It goes with water. Yeah. So these are the statistics in the system. So water-related diseases, very, very rampant. It causes so many types of diseases, from fevers, malarias, diabetes, so many things, so many poor health conditions caused by water. So we need to take a very close look at the water we drink and use daily. Now, some alarming titles that draw or grab attention about water are action-oriented headlines. And it's very, very crucial, my people. If your apple has started capping, dropping, you can get into water project to provide good drinking water for a community, or where you know they don't have good drinking water, or join with any like-minded organization, NGO, who is into water project. Water diseases, some are even cholera, typhoid fever, last time we mentioned it, dysentery, diarrhea, hepatitis A is water-related disease. Excuse me. Water, through water, people have bilharzia. It's a waterborne disease. Guinea worms. These are all aquatic organisms that breed when you don't have good drinking water, especially in the small towns and villages. I could remember in my country, Ghana, years past, and still, I think, still they are practicing that. When a pregnant woman goes to deliver a baby, yes, the nurses, the midwife, they always advise them to give breast milk, pure breast milk, for at least 6 months without water. Oh, the baby need water. Our water systems are not good. Our waters are not alkaline based. So through water, babies were dying. They don't give them proper good alkaline water. So babies die before 6 months. So it has been on the education platform that feed your baby exclusively with breast milk for at least 6 months. And those who have been practicing it, their babies survive. Then later, we tested some waters in our areas, and we have come to realize that some of them, most of them, actually about 90% of them are acidic. And those are the ones that are cheap and the mothers buy for their babies. The ones that are good, just about 10%. And those ones too are expensive. People are not always buying those ones. Those who are coming from abroad, US, UK, and so on, they have been buying those ones, but the bottle ones, and carry and drink. The ordinary people in the country, they don't buy those ones. But those are the alkaline-based ones. So 6-month exclusive breastfeeding help the babies to survive by the grace of God. And I think it's still going on. But water is good. They say water is mixed with the milk, but nothing can be compared with water. Yes. So let's take note and treat good water for our babies to drink. Most of the times in the small villages, they leave their the baby bottles and go just like that, and flies even breed on it. Every fly that touches something of yours, if it's an empty container, it comes to touch on it. Please, it's dangerous. It breeds maggots. And those maggots are from feces, toilets, bad things they feed on before coming to touch your container. So people are not hygienically practicing their own personal hygiene. They don't know it, or what they are lazy to clean things or so on, or tidy up things or cover things up. The people leave their calves just like that without covering. The baby bottles without covering it. And when the baby need water, they give it the same bottle. Then it breeds worms into them. It kills. You see? So let's see some of the intestinal worms that water can bring. We mentioned the hookworm, tapeworm, nematodes. One thing about the worms are that the adult worm produces the eggs. When it lays the eggs takes about 2 days to get, they have stages, get into pupa. And pupa takes about 3 days to develop to become larva. Then the larva takes about 7 weeks to become adult. Then an adult also from 7 to 8 weeks lays another egg. So you see, whilst we are drinking the water, bathing our body, how many times do we clean our system? That's a big question. The more we eat food, whether vegetables, some people don't even wash it well, clean it well. Best way of cleaning or treating your vegetables is soaking them in a salted water for about 3 to 5 minutes, or lemon or lime juice water for some few minutes. Any worm materials that will be on it to die off. You rinse it well before you use. That's why vinegar is there too. You can use vinegar or add some vinegar on the fresh vegetables before eating. If not, the maggots will get into you seriously. Yes, some cannot be seen at all. It's microscopic. So we need to treat our vegetables well before we use. That is salted water, sea salt water. Last time I mentioned it, that the best salt in the world is Himalayan salt. It contains about 84% of iodine. The next is the sea salt, which contains about 65% of iodine. And then this iodinated salt, they have been calling this, they are man-made. The iodine they said they have added into it, when you test the salt, it has only 8% of iodine, because the iodine that they use is acidic, and it even kills the iodine, real iodine God has put into the salt. It kills it. It reduces it to 24% or 4% that way. So the good salt you use to soak your vegetables is good. These maggots from adults, they lay eggs. The eggs become pupa. Pupa become larva. The larva then become the adults again to lay more eggs. So whilst we are eating and drinking water, we need to be cleansing our system too, detoxifying our system. Some people bath 2 times a day, 3 times a day. How many times do you cleanse your system? Weekly or monthly? How many times? We need to think of that seriously, because these maggots are very dangerous. They can cause headache. They can destroy your eye. Some people, their teeth in their family, some get to a certain age, all their teeth removed. And their children also, before getting to that age, it has gone. And most people are using artificial teeth. You see? So, what is it? Tradition continues unabated. All they have been eating, water they've been drinking, their children also continues like that, and grandchildren also continues. So the problem continues. Some people's eyes go bad, become blind. Those worms, they are causes the glaucoma and the other diseases for the eye. Some have mental problem because the maggots are full in their head, in their brains, and it causes them mental issue. Some people are really mad because the maggots are so much in eating up their brain cells. They go mad. The dangers of worms, nematodes, is very, very, very serious. So we need to be cleansing our system as we clean our bodies. I said it during JW's presentation that before somebody gets seriously sick, it means the problem has started 20 years back. Gradually, you think you are good, you are okay, you are fine. One day, it can just break you down. Water-related diseases are number one before even food. So we need to take so much attention to our water. Water is life. Some people, they actually have oriented headlines. I mentioned it, but I didn't go deep into it. Some said, join the fight against water-related diseases. So when Well Water Day, you know, we have Well Water Day, right? There's a Well Water Day. Some of the titles are Take Action, Demand Safe Drinking Water for All. Some said, Be the Change, Support Clean Water Initiatives. Every drop counts. Make a difference in the water crisis. Some said, Unite for universal access for safe water. So there are so many titles. And we need to collaborate with such minded people, projects, so that we can save the masses. Because our CEO, our friend Mr. Ash, these are some of his projects to uplift humanity. Let's keep water project very, very in mind to help people when the apples start dropping. So it should be in your budget. It should be part of your plan. Water. In the remote areas, they are suffering from water, especially in our country now. People are mining. The local mining, they don't have any proper training to how to mine, and they are polluting the water. Chinese went to our country, put chemicals, mercury and so on into the water to get good gold. They are mining gold, silver, diamond, bauxite, and coal, and they are polluting the water. It has been a crisis, and people have got up demonstrating every blessed day. We need clean drinking water. We need water. We need water. Water is life. So there's no good drinking water over there. There are some villages too suffering the same. Let's help them to get good drinking water to save lives. Now, we have some plants that can be helpful to cure some of the intestinal worms. One is called wormwood. That's walnut is good. Yeah. Then this pumpkin seed. So many people eat pumpkin, and pumpkin seed, especially the green one. That pumpkin seed, you chew it in the morning, kill worms. It's very good. Some are watermelon seeds. People eat watermelon and remove the seeds before eating. No, you can eat it alongside or remove it, dry it up. If it's well dry, you grind it to become powdered and use for intestinal worms. It helps a lot. Watermelon seed, pumpkin seed, tiger nut, it helps a lot. Even turmeric, drinking turmeric after your first drinking water, turmeric water, it helps to remove parasite. There are so many things we can use. Some people use it in their diet, but they don't use it appropriately. They just use it as food, like garlic. Yeah, garlic, we all use it for food. If you want to kill intestinal wounds, worms, you can chew or cut garlic in a spoon, put it in your mouth and drink some water on it. Some said it smells. Last time I taught some remedies of a garlic not smelling. I think you have remembered. The secret is tomatoes. after chewing garlic or swallowing, and maybe you don't want it to come out for the scent, you use tomatoes to clean or chew tomatoes for good air. Yeah. Papaya seeds is very good. The leaves too, they are good. Ginger is good. So these are some of the things you can use. Castor oil, the seeds, very good, but you have to take it in moderation, especially those who are expecting pregnancy or want babies. Don't use castor oil or castor seed. And some dry herbs too help a lot. That's chamomile and calendula. They help a lot to kill intestinal wound. We don't take it too much. Like the garlic, 1 or 2 is okay. Cloves, it's okay. Those are some of the things. So that is about water, and we need to drink proper water, be healthy, because water is life. Thank you so much. I yield. Any contribution or question? I'm here to save you, Ben.
Oh, my queen sister, you nailed it. Your fourth time on this platform presenting about water and healthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's how I term it, water and healthy lifestyle. Because from what I heard from you, waterborne diseases and the importance and the significance of
Yeah.
avoiding typhoid, Hep A from sterilization, and then to the process of keeping our vegetable healthy by soaking it in salted water or using vinegar, and then the process of keeping our eyesight healthy and preventing it from glaucoma. And the last one I heard was the seeds of castor oil are healthy, but not for pregnant women. And if you choose to eat garlic, which is very healthy, the breath is not good, but you can use tomatoes to clean that bad breath. That is just a lot. And we are, personally, I would say it is such an amazing thing to hear that from someone who has experienced it. And thank you. We thank you. Because where you're coming from, you have experienced all of this. In Ghana, as you rightfully say, in the small villages, they drink water because the miners, you know, they don't think about what the common person, they're thinking about the outcome of what they are there to do.
The money, that's all.
Exactly. And it takes us to the triple P's of the triple E's of let's explore, exploit, and export. Explore the environment, explore the geographic location, and see what is there. We exploit everything that we can find, and they are still exploiting, still exploring in every part of the universe, not just the African continent, in every part of the universe to see what minerals are there. And depending on who is there, because everyone is everywhere, then they figure out how to export. The triple E's will always be there. Now, for us on perseverance, as you rightfully say, how do we tackle that? I had a question, someone asking, if anyone here listened to Michael Williams' aim and Julie Wen on Monday, 11/11, there was a question that it said, our CEO asked a question. If you had $1 million today, will you know what to do with it?
Yes.
I will say 99% of us will say no, because you start thinking, I'll give this to that, I'll give this to that, before you know it, it's all gone. But he had a plan. Then on the other hand, you see that where we currently are in the US economy, just from the elections, you have people. I only have one device, but I hear myself in several. I'm hearing myself more than one place. Anyway, that's irrelevant. I was just saying, you have what I heard today is about people who have $10 billion. They've gotten rich and they don't even know what to do with that money. And $10 billion, and you have some who cannot even afford $1,000 a year. How do you balance that? That takes me back to your impeccable presentation, because you have all these issues there and we don't know how to balance it because of our inability economically. Because I'm seeing on this platform, there is absolutely no one who can give us an answer, who has experienced it and who will be experiencing it and will guide us. So we have to continue to learn from one another. We have to continue to ask for guidance from the experts, and we just hope and pray for the best. I'm one of those looking for support and guidance, and I know each and every one of us here also has that feeling. I know Dr. Derek has his project for One Jamaica, that every Jamaican should be sustained in everything and everything they wish for. The question is, who is going to guide them, especially if they do not have access to the things that we need in life? You talked about the pregnant women, the midwives guiding them through all that, and when they have the babies, and it's still ongoing, not just in Ghana, not just in the global south, but Jamaica is also included. St. Martin, I don't know how it goes there, but Queen JW, I think also might be having an issue. So I'm going to pause and just say, if you feel touched by any of our presenters tonight, this is the right time to comment or ask a question for clarification. Dr. Benny is here and always is here with us. And I'll pass it back to Dr. Benny. Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really want to thank Queen Dr. Doris. I believe, let me allow Queen Jacqueline to proceed first. Queen JW, proceed, please.
Oh, thank you so much, Queen Dr. Benny, allowing me to speak on this platform. I just want to say, extraordinary, amazing, well spoken to each and every one of us, Dr. Doris. We just appreciate that so much. We appreciate you just being here, because um, you can help us to understand more. Even though I bring information, you just put the hammer to the nail. You hit it right on the head to help us to open our eyes and take this situation more serious.
Thank
So
you.
the water is life. I can remember my dad having a bottle of water. He will put it by his bed at night, so if he wake up throughout the night, that he will be able to drink water, because he knew that was something he wasn't having enough of. And a lot of us is not having enough of the water, and most likely we're probably not even having the right water. You know, like I was drinking whatever water was there, thinking that it was good because it said spring water, but it wasn't good. And that's why Dr. Doris told us, hey, test all waters. Let's test all waters. Let's be obedient enough to do so. Don't sacrifice the vessel that was given unto us. We can't even create ourselves. We can help cure ourselves though, but we can't create ourselves. So we don't do anything. Let's hear what Dr. Doris is telling us and let us apply it, especially about the magnets that we can't even see and the lava and all that filth that we have in our body that we need to clean our bodies out. Going to work and doing your job and getting a trophy or a plaque, that's not it. If you ain't got good health, then it's just a waste, because that's not going to save us. That's not going to make us healthy. So let's take the knowledge that we get from these webinars and implement them, just like the word. God give us the word also. And when we pray, we ask that He help me to implement what I read into my life. And so when we get this knowledge that our Heavenly Father said, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And we get the knowledge and we don't put it to use. We can't get everything, but whatever you can afford to get, air purifier, whatever I read myself that I'm learning, I'm trying to make sure that whatever I can purchase out of the money that I have, that I go ahead and purchase it. And I'm not going to worry if I'm going to have enough or this or that. I'm not worried about none of things, because you know who I believe in? My Heavenly Father. And He will provide because He been provided. So thank you, Dr. Doris. We appreciate you, and keep on coming, because we need all that you got.
Thank you so much, Queen JW, for your love and support within this, our amazing company, as well as Deep Dive. You have been supporting us, and we appreciate you. Let me read something, a note from the chat from Queen Teda King. Awesome presentation from Queen JW and Queen Dr. Doris. Our moderator, Queen Debbie, has summed up the presentation for all of us. Water is indeed life. We all should keep ourselves hydrated at all times. It is very important to wash our hands on our fruits and vegetables before we put them away in the refrigerator or cook them. Queen Teda King, we appreciate you. You are on point. Thank you. We appreciate you, seriously. Does anyone has anything to say? Comment? Are you guys excited about this presentation? I mean, you have two leaders here. I mean, despite the fact that everyone is a leader, right? The knowledge, they went and did that research, talking about water, talking about what? Electromagnetic, something to protect our body. I really appreciate you all with this research. It's just like you guys going to school, an assignment has been given for you guys to go and do your research. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Dr. Doris. Let me give you my own comment. But I just found out, Dr. Doris, by the way, magnificent presentation, Queen Dr. Doris. We need you more and more here. Now, I found out that according to Dr. Jeffrey Ott, he is a neuroscience, pediatrics, Allegheny University. Different people have different percentage of their body made up of water. Babies have the most. To tell you the truth, I didn't know. Baby being born at about 78% of water. By 1 year of age, that amount dropped to about 65%. In adult men, about 60% of their bodies are water. However, fat tissue does not have as much water as lean tissue. In adult women, fat makes up more of the water, more of the body than men. So they have about 55% of their body made up of water. For women, I did not know. So those
I brought this up on the second week. I gave all the statistics. Yes. So
Jesus Christ.
men, the women, children, adolescent, babies, with the percentages, and I made all this.
Oh, okay.
Let's go
Thank
back
you.
to the videos and see. Yeah.
So water serves as an essential function to help all of us going on. You make us to understand that there are a lot of people who don't practice hygiene. You are on point. Now, just to let you know, I know I went to nursing school, right? So the instructor said the most important thing is wash your hands with soap.
Water.
I noticed that if you don't put the soap, when you put soap to wash your hands, you can see that brown or dark, it's really dirty. Our hands, we have to wash our hands before we do anything, especially before we eat. Again, when you go to the bathroom, you make sure wash your hands thoroughly. I am showing my hands like this so that everybody, I know that you guys are watching. It is important for us, as Queen Dr. Doris mentioned, we have to wash our hands. It's important for us to practice. Look, I want everyone to know that despite the fact that we are here attending this webinar, when it comes to this company, amazing company, we are not here only for the products, right? We are here, we have to practice our health, and we have to know what to do to manage our health, to take care of our body. Why? Preparing when the molars start coming. If the molars are coming and you cannot take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of that money? You'll be gone. That is why I really appreciate Dr. Doris and Queen Jacqueline Warner. I want to thank you guys for your mindset and the presentation. People may not know the importance, but I do know the importance. Queen Debbie knows. King Mr. Carlton knows. And Mr. Carlton, please, I hope you understand why I call you King. It's because I do respect you. Although I can call you Mr. I respect you as well. Queen Debbie, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. And we want to thank Dr. Derek as well for this amazing webinar. Most importantly, let us thank our Heavenly Father. And when you guys have time, there are a lot of our brand ambassadors who are under the weather at the moment. They need serious prayers. Do you guys know that the more you pray, because it is stated in the Bible, when two or more are gathered together, He is in our midst. Queen Debbie, I used to say, are you telling me, Father, that if I pray by myself, you're not there?
Oh, it's there.
Yeah.
Queen Debbie, I'll hand it over back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. It's the prayer, it's the intention. If you intend, for example, if I say, Dr. Benny, I have this going on in my life, please pray for me. And you say, I will. That's an intention that you're going to pray for me. If we have three brothers here, Brother Carlton, Brother Derek, and Brother Kumaran. We say we want to pray for them. That's an intention because we only have this trio, right? From what I see. And if whatever we do, it's our intention. So you're absolutely right. And no, the water, the composition of water in our bodies, that was something that, yes, our sister talked to us about it the second week that she did her presentation. So I will say, as you were talking about that, I was listening and okay, maybe we should continue doing refreshers because some people might or might not have been here at that time. So we just have to review and see what we need to get from her and also from Queen JW. But for now, I'll say thank you, everyone. Thank you, Queen JW. I'm just looking to see if anyone has. I know Dr. Benny has already asked, and apparently not. But before I call on Queen JW for her final words and Queen Doris for her final words, Dr. Derek, do you want to share anything before we come back to you after sisters have spoken? Dr. Derek?
But can I just say one thing before Peter here? You missed out Theodore Williams.
Oh.
Who?
Oh, Queen Feather King, thank you so much. Theodore William is the other man we have in our platform tonight. But I talked of the trio and I left him out. I thought Theodore, because Theodore is also, there are some people who have Theodore and then Theodore.
You're forgiven. You're forgiven. Huh? Sorry.
Oh, yes. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you. We have a wonderful family here. Yes, Dr. Benny, I saw your hand up, but I just wanted to thank my brother here for forgiving me for the error I made and for thanking Queen Feather King for bringing that to our attention. Queen Feather King, we have Queen Rita here. Both of you have lost relatives lately. We want to say our sincerest condolences to your families for losing loved ones. And we pray and ask God to guide you, to give you the strength to continue to handle whatever whatever families they left behind, or to deal with your loss individually as family members. Our condolences. All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, Queen Feather. Dr. Benny, you go ahead and then see Dr. Derek is here. Dr. Benny, over to you, Dr. Benny. Then Dr.
Certainly,
Derek.
I raise my hands, Queen Debbie. I raise my hands because I found out that Queen Rosanna wanted to say something. So that's the reason why I raised my hands up. Queen Rosanna, are you available to say something or not? If not, we can just hand it over to Dr. Derek.
I see
No,
she's
it's
muted.
okay. Sorry, I forgot to take down my hand, okay?
Okay.
So my hand was up before. I wasn't going to say anything, but if you want me to say something, I will, okay?
Well, go ahead, man.
All right. Remember to Queen Alberta, you need to pray for her too. She lost her mom in Jamaica. And water, when it comes to water, that's the source of life. And you know what the doctors are doing now? They are telling these young people when they have the babies not to give the babies water. And we, as the older ones, cannot get these young people to listen because this water is going to build their organs inside of them and keep them healthy. But the doctors don't want that. The doctors want them to be sick. We keep coming to them for them to get money. And these young people are believing what the doctors say and not listening to. All of those things are happening right now into this world because they think the doctors have their best interest, and they do not have their best interest because when we have our babies, we have a little cup, we have a little, and we would spoon feed our babies, with water because they cannot drink from the bottle yet. So we just go ahead and pour a couple spoons of water down their throat so they can develop their organs and be healthy. These doctors now are telling these young people, no, don't you do that. It's dangerous to do that. And the young people are listening to the doctors rather than listening to her. Okay, who are parents, who are older, who've been there, done that, they're not listening. Okay, so those are the things. So we are so glad for this water lessons every week because we really need to. Because people does not know that when you do not drink water, your organs start shutting down. Oh yes, Dr. Benny. Yes, 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 Queen Benny. You have to drink water as your organs are going to be shutting down soon. Okay? So, those are the things. And I'm so glad I drink every day. Every day is water, 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 water. I don't drink juice any at all, just water. So, I mean, there's so much to learn. There is so much in this world to know, and there is so much to share, and there is so much, that we need, to bring with each other. Because when they hear from us who experience it, then they will understand. But when the doctors tell you something, you cannot listen to them. Everything the doctor tells me, I do the opposite. All right, so I'm going to give somebody else a chance. I want Dr. Derek to speak now too. Speak. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for letting me speak.
Wow. You see, Queen Rosanna, now you know to say when I raise my hands up, I say, no, I know you have something to say. You saw me opening my mouth, right?
Right.
Thank you so much, Queen Rosanna.
You're welcome, dear.
Thank you for your knowledge. Please,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Let's
We are
allow
cool.
our king, Dr. Derek,
Oh,
proceed,
yeah.
please. Anyway, thank you. Thank you.
Rita, Queen Rita, and Queen Alberta. 3.
Water is very important, and so we really need to drink water, right? It doesn't cost anything much, all right? You buy a gallon of juice, and it's like, maybe $3, $4, $5 for a gallon of juice. But you can get a gallon of water for $2, right? Drink water. Drink water. I don't know why we think we have to have some coloring and sugar into it. But drink water, please. Let us drink water. Water is life. All right. And I one of the things that I think I remember I heard was the positive ions. And so we actually need negative, right? I remember I was checking where I got my shower head. I think I don't remember, but I got my shower head, and I think I need to look where I got it from again, because I think I soon need to replace it because I had it for a little while now. But it produce um negative neons, right? And your skin is one of the biggest part of our bodies, biggest um, organ of our body is our skin. And so when we shower with that water coming from the pipe, and it has a very bad reaction, and especially for me, and that's why I had to get and search for a good shower head, is my skin itches whenever I shower in normal pipe water. And so I got this shower head that, is mwah. It also has 3 aromas that come with it, which is a tube with aromas. I think one of them is citrus, and one is eucalyptus, and I don't remember what the other one was, or so. But those are very important. That is very important. Your shower head. You might not be able to afford a full home system, water system, because those are a little expensive. But at least, right, try to get a shower head that gives you negative neon, right? It is very good for your skin, and it is awesome. Our next thing is that washing machine wasn't all that prevalent until in the maybe 40s, 50s, even though washing machine was actually invented back in the 1870s. That's when it was, well, electric washing machine was invented in the 1970s. I think it's 71. But washing machine on a whole was 1871. But washing machine was on a whole. The first one was invented somewhere in 1950, either 50 or 51. I'm not 19. Why I keep saying 19? 1850, 1851, right? So washing machine has been around, but many of us was not privy to it, especially in the 70s and the 80s. Some of us got around to get one maybe in the 90s, but most people now have at least a washing machine now in the US, right? At least in the US and Canada and those places. So before, we used to wash our clothes by hand, and it was not a problem. But because we live in the fast world now, everything is microwaved, so we just start to live that life. But yes, that was one of the reasons I left New York and came back to somewhere that is I can sun dry my clothes, clothesline round at the back there, and you hang it up with clothespin. Yes, a lot of us don't remember clothespin. And mothers now today don't use nappy. Everybody is using the one that you just throw away. So yes, things and times have changed. But if you want to be healthy, we have to find a way to try stay in that mode. All right. So hey, I think someone talk about the um the E the EMR thing. And yes, I have one at the back of my phone. The EMR, electromagnetic radiation, it kind of take it off, because every time I hold my phone in my hand before, I used to feel a tingly feeling on my hand, right? And now it is good. And yes, I try to mostly use the hands-free, which is turning the phone on speaker and putting it down on my desk, right? And or putting it down on the table, and so on. So try to do that. Try not to hold up your phone, as someone said, women putting it in their brassiere, to hold it. Men putting it in them pocket to hold it, putting it on them side or on them hip to hold it. And that's not good. That's not good. The less you can have it on your person, the better for you. All right. And a lot of times I leave my phone places, because I try my very best not to put it in my pocket, which I have mastered now. My phone don't go into my pocket. I either leave it in the car, or couple times I took it into the store, and I actually leave it in the store, and fortunately I recovered. So try not to have it on your person, like is a baby, right? Use um, a corded headphone instead of the wireless, and those kind of things. You have to just try to minimize. Minimize. Yes, somebody going to say that they must die one day, and that is true. But why die in a bad quality of life? Try to die in a good quality of life, right? Still vibrant, still up, vertical and kicking. Try to be in that light, instead of lying in bed, getting drip and getting this and getting that, and dialysis and all of that 3 times a week, and oh my goodness. Let us have quality of life, all right? Because it is possible. It is possible. All right. So thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner, and of course, Queen Dr. Doris, for those lovely presentation. Those were awesome presentation, and we thank you very much. Over to you, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. One second. Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Derek. We appreciate you. And we want to thank you for the knowledge also that you have instilled onto us, because a lot of our brand ambassadors, they learn from you. Most of the time I keep saying that, especially when you attend the webinar, because people they don't attend webinars. But when you attend the webinar, you bring us updates. We really want to appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. And Queen Rita says, thank you very much, Queen Debbie. Life is too short. Let us enjoy every single minute God bless us with. So drink more water to boost your health and life. Thank you again. So at this moment, I am going to ask Queen JW to please give me your final thoughts.
Thank you so much, Queen Dr. Benny. Appreciate you so much also for your knowledge that you share with us on this platform, this amazing platform. We just want to thank Dr. Derrick also for giving us the opportunity to even have this platform. You know, this platform has really, I have learned so much, and I am really appreciate it. It have brought me to be more focused on the things that I need to be focused on. You know, it helps me with my goals. It empowers me. It just does a lot for me. And I just want to say thanks to Ash Mahara because he brought us all together. And he has unified us globally, if we want to believe it or not. You know, he have bring a people together. And he also said that no man should have to leave their country to make a better life. They should be able to make a better life from where they're at. And that's what Unpassive is going to do for each and every one of us, where we don't have to go anywhere to make a better life. We can make it from our birthplace, where we're born or wherever we choose to live. So I'm so grateful unto this amazing man for God, God giving him to us. So we got to be so grateful unto our Heavenly Father and grateful also to Mr. Ashmafar and his family. And let me tell you, knowledge is freedom. You know, I said knowledge is power, but knowledge is freedom. Because when you have knowledge, you are able to make changes. You are able not only to make changes for yourself, but you're able to make changes for your family, for your community, for generations to come. It's almost like building a legacy, but a legacy of uplifting each other, a legacy of making sure that we're healthy. And no one has taken the time to teach our parents or parents before that. And now we have the opportunity to change the outcome, to change the results. Why should people die from diabetes? And like Dr. Derrick just said, going 3 and 4 times to dialysis? Is there a cure? Did you hear a doctor said, I have healed? And everybody is running to that doctor because he has healed. The oldest person we know that heal is our Heavenly Father. And why he is the healer? Because he has given us everything that we need to heal ourselves. But we choose to, like Dr. Derrick just said, selfish. We want to go out. We want to go a whole different way. We got a simple way, but we want the hard way. We like the hard life. We don't like the simple life because it's too simple. We want it to be rough and tough. Well, it will continue to be rough and tough if we don't take heed. If we continue to take obedience and continue to sacrifice it, instead of saying, you know what, this is the way I need to go. It's just like the word, I was all over the place. And then I said, you know what, let me do it God's way. Because my way ain't working. It wasn't working. It was just getting worse. And if we don't take heed, we're going to die sickly. Yes, like Dr. Derrick just said, somebody going to say, oh, we got to die. And people usually say that anyway. Oh, we got to die from something. Yes, but it's how you die. When I saw my sister dying, it sure wasn't a picture day. It wasn't a picture you want to take, even though we took a picture. But she wouldn't have won that picture because she was always so beautiful and always taking beautiful shots. You think she would have liked that picture? Do you want to know how you're going to die? You don't know. But we know one thing. We have an opportunity to change the way we think. because it's a mindset at the end of the day.
Okay.
Whatever we choose to put in our belly, it will be a mindset. However we choose to protect ourselves from all this magnetic trials, it's a mindset because we don't have to do anything. But at the end of the day, like our Heavenly Father say, every knee and every tongue will confess that He's Lord. So where you going to be in all this? You got to think where you're going to be in all this. You know, seek He first His kingdom. If God said don't eat this and don't do that, that's where we being first disobedient too. We ain't got to worry about man and all the chemicals he has in the food and all the water that we're not drinking. If we obedient to Heavenly Father, we will already be on the right track. We will need the mindset because we will have a godly mindset which conquer all the mindsets. So let's not think about, oh, I can't afford this. That's too much. It's overwhelming. Let me tell you, if everything went kaput right now, you will be back. People would not even know how to cook without a stove. They won't even know how to go to the mountains and probably get water. So you got to look at the bigger picture at the end of the day. Knowledge is freedom. And if we don't have knowledge, that means we're not free. So let's take the knowledge that we are getting so freely. You didn't have to go to pay money to go anywhere to learn about it. You didn't have to buy a book to read about it. You know, we're taking our time from the time I joined this and just keep on coming with it. I'm learning as I go along the way and I'm making changes too. If I want to be around for my grandchildren and my great grandchildren, I already put in my order. Don't you put in your order with God what you want? Don't you tell him what you want? Well, if you told him that you want to be around for a long time, then you got to help him keep you here. Because he already has his own call, your number for each and every one of us, a place prepared for each and every one of us. Why we got to worry about anything else? Let's not allow ourselves to be continuously be deceived and misled by a system that doesn't care about us. That's have been lying. You just hear Queen Queen Rosanna said the doctors are telling the young people not to give their children water. And it's so true because when I told my daughter to give her baby water, she's like, no, the doctor said not to give them water. So she's not telling a lie. It's the truth. You think the doctors care about you? See when you get in your sick bed if they're going to come by your bed to say, hello, Mr. George, how are you doing today? My sister had a doctor for probably over 30 years. He never even came to the hospital to see how she was doing, not one time. That tells you a lot. You think when you get sick that you're going to get good food in the hospital? No, you're still going to get the toxic food. Wake up and save yourself because knowledge is freedom. Thank you so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you.
Man, we love your final thoughts. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Please, Queen Dr. Doris, could you please give us your final thoughts? Thank you so much for waiting. Yes, please.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, please. Proceed.
Actually, I said water is life, and it's true. We have to know the amount. I mentioned them. You need to go by them. It's God who is the giver of life. Some people will not like to drink water because where they are going, they don't want to go to the restroom, which is very bad. Some, they said they don't want to drink water when they are going to bed. They don't want to wake up. Drink water 1 hour before bedtime is good. And even if during bedtime and you feel like urinating, it's God who made it. Wake up. After you pee, drink some water, sip a little bit, and pray. That is the time for your prayers. That's why God made it that the urine should come to you. You pass the urine, drink, sip some water, and pray. That's the time for your prayers. God is the giver of life. And too much of everything is bad. Same applies to water. Yes. The amount of water you drink will determine your urine color too. So what I'll say is that the book of James says, he who knows how to do good but does not do it, to him it's a sin. So the time of our ignorances, God is so merciful, we are still alive. At the moment we heard what we need to do, we should do the needful. By the grace of God, He will continue to be merciful and sustain us. Let us do what is right. Thank God so much for Mr. Ash for bringing us together. Thank our leaders. We are all leaders, but those who are the brains behind the project. Me, personally, water is one of my projects, actually, because I know the importance of it. Good drinking water for my community. You can add it to your project too. Not necessarily your own community, maybe some village far away that you know their history for water, sanitation, and food. So let's join hands and make the world a better place for us to live. Thank you so much. Have a blessed night. I am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Doris, for your final thoughts. We appreciate you and we love you. And we believe that you'll be back next week again for another topic, very important to all of us. Queen Debbie, could you please proceed?
Wow, thank you, Dr. Benny. Let me start by thanking Queen JW for being able to stick around with us until the end, with the grandchildren and the children around, hovering and empowering you and giving you the strength and the courage to stay on with your camera on or off. Thank you. And thank you to our sister. And right now, we're going to say thank you as well to Dr. Derek for giving us a platform. That one person who dedicates his life into helping each and everyone who comes to him for help, support, and guidance, regardless of what it is, relating to information technology or not, he's always there. Dr. Derek, we appreciate you, not just for that, but for giving us a platform where you teach and people learn, and the mindset is the most vital thing that we have to talk about. We appreciate you. At this stage, we say thank you to our viewers who are listening to us on YouTube and who will be listening to us in the future. We appreciate you. We thank you. And for those who are continuing, we should remind you that we have daily webinars on different platforms, which we announce regularly. On Mondays, we have the Mindset Monday with Miriam Edwards. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have this same deep dive here at the same time. But on Thursday mornings, we have Malaysia, Singapore. And on Wednesdays, we have Julie Pierre Empowering Humanity. And on weekdays, we have One Global Movement on a daily basis. And on Sundays, we have the Dream Team. So those are all the webinars that we do work with, and you cannot say, oh, I was not able to know what's going on. If you miss one day, you can always catch it up on another. So there's never a day without you getting some sort of education on what OnPassive is doing in any of the platforms. Thank you so much for those of you on YouTube once more, and we look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye for now as we transition the evening to the next segment called After Party, and we have a team that handles that as well. So goodbye to you, and over to our um, After Party team, which tonight will be Dr. Derek and Queen Dr. Benny.